Hi there, I'm Donna, and I'm from the Oklahoma Hall of Fame at the Gaylord Pickens Museum. We really enjoy meeting with all of our friends for Discovery Days every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. But our next Discovery Day is actually on Christmas Eve, and our staff is going to be home celebrating the holidays with their families. So you get this video instead. We're so excited to bring Discovery Days to you thanks to the support of the Chickasaw Nation and the Inasmuch Foundation. At the Oklahoma Hall of Fame and the Gaylord Pickens Museum, we tell Oklahoma's story through its people. So today, I'm going to tell you a quick story about our building and why we celebrate the holidays here. The celebration of Christmas at the Gaylord Pickens Museum, home of the Oklahoma Hall of Fame, started back in 1927 when the building was originally created as the home of the Mid-Continent Life Insurance Company. The company was headed by R.T. Stewart, who is a Hall of Fame member, and he made his home with his family on the 4th floor of the building. Now, R.T.'s wife, Ida Freeney Stewart, she really liked to make the building feel like home. So she hosted parties and she decorated for the holidays. So you can see here a picture of our museum back in 1928, decorated for Christmas. The building was home to a family that welcomed the community. The Oklahoma Hall of Fame at the Gaylord Pickens Museum continues to honor this tradition of welcoming the community with warmth, love, and good cheer as we share Oklahoma's story through its people. So today we're going to do a craft, a holiday craft. So you should have picked up a holiday craft kit, but if not, the supplies are pretty simple. And I'm going to show you how we do that. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to share my screen so you can see the craft supplies that we have ready for you. Okay, so this craft is pretty simple. You just need a brown piece of paper, a paper plate, a pom-pom, a brown crayon, and a couple of googly eyes. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to color our brown plate, color our plate brown completely. Do I want this side? Yeah, I'm going to change my mind. I want this side. Ooh, this side's a little harder to color. I'm not pushing down all the way. Maybe I should go back to the other one. What do you think? Here we go. I'm coloring my plate. I'm coloring my plate. What if I push it down like that? Is that easier? It is. You know, I like coloring paper plates because you get this really interesting pattern that comes out when you're coloring. I think it's easier too to use the side of your crayon to do this. No, I tried it on this side and it popped in. So kids, you'll have to think about whether you want to do it on the inside or the outside of the plate. What do you think this part's going to be? I think it's going to be a reindeer face. Look at that. Now I'm just going to pop it back out. How about that? Okay, so I know my reindeer is going to get some eyes and a nose, but what else do reindeers need? Antlers. So we're going to make that part before we glue on our eyes and our nose. So I'm just going to set these supplies aside and get my paper out. And now I'm going to trace my hand. But before we do that, let's fold the paper in half. Okay, now for those of you that are a little smaller, you may want to get a grown-up's help with the cutting part, which we'll get to in a minute. So you might have your grown-up stand by and be ready. Okay, I'm going to trace my hand with my brown crayon. But if you had another color crayon, that would work fine too. All right, now I'm going to just make kind of a line there so it looks like a handprint. Now, what do you think is going to happen if I cut this out and I have this piece behind it? I'm going to get two hands. So we're cutting out double. So that might be a good reason to have a grown-up help. You could also just trace your hand twice and cut each one out. Be careful when you're cutting out. It doesn't matter so much if you stay outside the lines, but be sure that you're careful of your own fingers, your real fingers, not your paper ones. I love that we're using our handprints to make reindeer antlers. Have you ever seen reindeer antlers? They're kind of big and kind of fuzzy looking sometimes. Okay, we're almost done here. And now, looky there, I've got two hands. So now I can start gluing things onto my reindeer face. So I'm gonna glue antlers on first, and I think I want to flip them so they face this way. So I've got a glue stick in my craft kit, and I'm just going to put a lot of glue on the back, just at the bottom, see? And then I'm going to stick that on to my reindeer's head. Okay. Ta-da! Now it's time for the eyes, and we're going to save my favorite part, the nose, for the last. So it's a little bit hard sometimes. You got to use a lot of glue when you're gluing on top of crayon. So we're going to put some right here, and I'm just making a bar of glue right here. Can you see how it built up right here? I went from here to here, back and forth. I did that so my eyes will stick, and the glue dries clear, so it's okay. It won't show up after it dries, but it'll help the eyes stay stuck. So just make sure you get them on top of the glue. Now, time for my favorite part, the nose. Which reindeer is this? You betcha, it is Rudolph, because it has a red nose. Rudolph, with your nose so bright. There we go. Now I have made Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. I'm so glad that you guys joined me today to make some crafts and to learn a little bit more about the Oklahoma Hall of Fame at the Gaylord Pickens Museum. We wish you a very happy holiday season and hope that you and your family stay safe and warm. Bye now. Happy holidays.